Hello everyone, welcome back to Trains on Tuesday. As you can hear in my voice, I'm still not 100%, but much better than I was last week. So, what to do this week? Well, I keep telling you the layout's in a mess, and I think I'm going to start by showing you what I mean by that. This is the reason why I'm not doing any running. I'm not doing any running sessions or anything like that. Cup of tea this morning, by the way. Very nice. Yeah, let's have a look at the layout and see what's going on here. So as you can see, I've got junk everywhere. Tracks are not connected. This isn't connected. Even this isn't connected through into the rest of what's under here. This has all got to be torn up and relayed as part of this turntable project, believe it or not, which is over here. So, mess there. I've got stuff stashed all over the track here, locomotives and various bits and pieces. The old roundhouse, got to get rid of that somehow. More stuff in the way over there. Now inside the main layout area, you've seen my shelving units before, covered in boxes of freight cars and stuff like that. What you may not know is that in behind those, I have boxes. Well over 120 boxes of stuff. My scenic materials, things like that. So anytime I want to do something with regards to those boxes, if I need something out of one of those boxes, I've got to pull shelving out and access it. I do have a list of what's in most of the boxes anyway. So here we have inside the layout area, stuff all over the floor, restrictions, can't get at stuff. So difficult to do any running, so we are a real mess. So what we're going to look at today is something I found in my hobby shop just before Christmas. Rummaging through some old boxes of stuff in the back room, something they allow me to do, I came across this. Well, my first thoughts were ginty. But why would you have a green ginty? I thought, that's strange. And I got looking through more and I came across a chassis. One carbon brush was missing. Then I found a bag of bits and all kinds of bits and pieces in there. There were pistons in there and all kinds of things. But included in there, the Hornby Dublo coupler. And some screws, and thankfully, very thankfully, a cap for the smokestack. So I made an offer to the hobby shop, which they accepted, and I brought it home. And we're going to have a look at this and see what we've got here. It's dusty and dirty. I'm going to clean it up and assemble it, and then we'll give it a try. Got quite a bit of work to do. Some of the parts and pieces are a little bent up, but you can see there in the coupler that's quite mangled. But I'll get that straightened out, and we'll see whether I got myself a locomotive or not. Okay, see you in a little while. Well, there it is. Cleaned up quite nicely. Now, getting back to my idea that this might be some sort of ginty, I had a look at the number on it, 31340. I thought, whatever kind of number is that? And then it dawned on me, this is Southern green, and 31 numbers were Southern numbers. So I started to research. And what I came up with, I found quite surprising. This is a Southeastern Railway R-Class, designed by James Stirling for fish hunting purposes, and 25 of them were built between 1888 and 1898. Between 1910 and 1922, 13 of them were rebuilt as Class R1, with the main change being that they were fitted with Wainwright domed boilers. So these served from 1888 until final withdrawal of the last one in March 1960. Now Hornby Dublo, when they went to 2-rail from 3-rail in order to compete with the likes of Trying, introduced this model. There were two, one in black and one in green. And they were introduced in September 1960, and they remained in production until Hornby stopped, Hornby Dublo and the Meccano Group folded in 1964. Turns out this is Hornby Dublo product number 2207. So without really servicing the motor, just making sure there's no track pins or anything like that stuck to the magnet, let's see how she goes. Now, one of the things we like to do these days when we buy our $300 locomotives, our 175-pound locomotives, is we like to see how smooth and slow they will run. Just how slow they will go. So let's compare this 1960 to 64 Hornby Dublo 3-pole motor to a modern dual flywheel balanced skew wound 5-pole motored SD70 Ace, the other locomotive I got at Christmas. Let's get the two together and see what they'll do. Here we go then, slow running test. Well, looks like the SD70's got it. Wait a minute now. The Hornby's going slower and smooth. Where's that SD70 gone? Oh, he's away. Wow. I love it. Now, one of the reasons I really like this locomotive is because back in the 1960s, oh, stone on the point. Back in the 1960s, as I was gathering model train stuff, I got some Hornby Dublo 2-rail wagons. And I've never had a locomotive to pull them. From 1960, well, let's call it 62 to 2019. Never had a locomotive that could couple up to these and pull them. Now I do. Let's have a look at that slow running again with a load. 3-pole motor. 1950s technology. Pulling a good load of Hornby wagons. Still going. Gotta love it. Now, of course, she's noisy compared to modern locomotives. Lacks a lot of the detail of modern locomotives, but my goodness, to me she's a beauty. What else can I say about it? Yeah, the motor has 2 mounting screws. One is missing, so the motor oscillates a little bit. I cannot find a screw with a matching thread. North American threads are different to British threads, so next time I'm over in England I'm going to have to look for a screw. And on the top of the motor there is a screw hole, which, looking at it, it has had a screw in it, but I've no idea what it would have held. No idea at all. It's just under the safety valves. Anyway, there we go. That's it for Trains on Tuesday this week. My Hornby Dublo R1. My first Hornby Dublo 2-rail locomotive. Good stuff. Hope you enjoyed that Trains on Tuesday, and we'll see you again next week. Bye for now. Bye.